Sometimes we hold on to items that have significant importance for us, even though other people might consider them garbage. The value of an item, though, apart from its sentimental significance to the person who owns it, can have its actual value in the world of money, and things can go pretty crazy out there. Today we're going to look at the top 10 most valuable items in the world, and a few are going to leave you with your jaw hanging open. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1 is the Book of Mormon. Its value today is $36.5 million, and it's a copy. The original manuscript was produced by Oliver Cowdery in 1829 and 1830, following the dictated text by Joseph Smith to his scribes. In the 1870s, the LDS Church tried to unsuccessfully buy it, and the president, Joseph Smith, believed that such a manuscript possesses no value whatsoever. Some critics claim that some evidence that Smith fabricated the book had been removed, or attempts to hide embarrassing aspects of the church's past. The LDS Church bought the printer's manuscript for $35 million. Number 2 is the Falcon Supernova iPhone 6 Pink Diamond. We're talking about a phone that cost, get ready, $48.5 million. It was first produced in 2004 and still the most expensive smartphone in the world. There are cheaper alternatives with an orange $42.5 million and blue $32.5 million diamond. The diamond in the center of the rear panel of the phone is a large pink diamond, and the exterior is simple comparing to other expensive phones with 24-karat gold, but also available in rose gold and platinum, and it's absurdly expensive to have, in our humble opinion. Number 3 is a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. This Ferrari's not like the others. It's the Ferrari of the Ferraris. It cost $48,405,000. Yeah, you heard me right. And the serial number 3413GT was sold at this price at Sotheby's auction on August 2018. The 250 GTO was produced from 1962 to 1964, and only 36 were manufactured. First price when it was brand new, $18,000 in the United States. And it's on the top list of the sports magazine's greatest Ferrari of all time or hottest car of all time. Prices began with 4 figures in U.S. dollars in the beginning, rose in the late 70s to the late 80s, but fell again in the 90s, but really rose again in the late 90s and still ongoing to the present day. Number 4 is the Huia bird feather. A brown and white feather of the Huia bird was sold at Webb's Auction House in Auckland for $6,787. Why this much for a single feather? Well, first of all, the Huia bird it's extinct, and extinct since 1907. And second of all, Maori traditionally wore them as a mark of status, so the tail feathers became fashionable after the Duke of York wore one when he came to New Zealand in 1901. Huia birds were famous because of the bill size of the female differed so greatly from that of the male, and it believed their feathers brought luck to the person who wore them. The one that was sold was expected to catch a price of 500 New Zealand dollars, but was bought by a family who wanted to remain anonymous from a man who had it in his family for generations. Number 5 is Antelia. For most of us, $2.2 billion US dollars is money we can't even dream of what to do with. Well, for some of us, like we said, but for others, it's the price of their house. We're talking about a private residence of the Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani and his family in Mumbai, India. It's over 37,000 square meters and has 3 helipads, a 168-car garage, air traffic control, 9 high-speed elevators, a ballroom, swimming pools, a spa, a health center, a temple, a 50-seat theater, and a snow room that spits out snowflakes from the walls. And it can withstand a magnitude 8 earthquake. It's second after Buckingham Palace in value, but first as a private residence. However, it's not well received because of the lack of empathy for poor people in India, and his owner was not living there for fear of bad luck until 2011. Number 6 is Yacht History Supreme. $4.8 billion for 100 feet? Oh, sounds like a great deal. This 100-foot yacht was made by Stuart Hughes and purchased by an anonymous Malaysian businessman. Everything is decked out in gold and platinum, but the surprise is the master bedroom, which is decorated with pieces of platinum and meteoric stone and a genuine T-Rex dinosaur bone. What? Well, if you want to drink wine, you can, but you'll do it from glasses made of 18-karat diamond. The yacht is 10 times more expensive than the one owned by Abramovich, who held the title of the owner of the most expensive yacht. Number 7, The Card Players by Paul Cézanne. We all love art more or less. In this video, we're talking about the ones who love it more, way more than others. $260 million is the price for this series of 5 paintings by Cézanne. One version was sold to the royal family of Qatar in 2011 for $250 million, which would be $284.1 million today, and later sold to Blake Davis for $300 million. The other paintings in this series lie in a museum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, and in the Institute of Art in London in a private collection. The royal family of Qatar had purchased their version from the Greek shipping magnate George Imbricios for a record price between $250 million and $320 million. The series of paintings was stolen in August 1961 from a traveling show, but several months later were recovered after a ransom was paid. Number 8 is The Perfect Pink. Sold for $23 million at Christie's, this 14.23 karat diamond is one of the 18 pure pink color bigger than 10 karat diamonds that were sold in 244 years of auctions. Pink diamonds are sold at an average of 1.5 to 3 million per carat. Originally mostly from Australia, pink diamonds are very rare because from 1 million carats of rough diamonds mined, only 1 carat of pink diamonds is suitable for selling. It was sold to an anonymous buyer in Hong Kong. Number 9 is the Villa Leopolda. Situated in the French Riviera, this large villa that cost $560 million was owned by Gianni and Mirella Agnelli, Isaac and Dorothy Killam, and Edmund and Lily Safra. The estate was owned by King Leopold of Belgium and was a present for his mistress, but after his death she was evicted by his nephew, King Albert I. In 1987, Edmund Safra bought the villa, and many parties were held there with a guest list so big there was a party on Saturday and another one on Monday. Tulips arrived from Holland, the food was made from Chef Roger Verge of the Moulin de Mougins, music from Brazilian Sergio Mendes was flown in from California, and his entire orchestra, and pianist David Wood was flown in from the UK with his quartet, and the security was a team of former Israeli commando soldiers. Number 10, the DomainInsure.com. The DomainInsure.com was sold at this largest ever recorded price, which is $16 million. But the firm itself is not sold. It'll simply be renamed as Life Quotes. In 2001, the domain was sold for $1.6 million, and the price doubled up every year until now. The organization that bought it is called Quinn Street. Other high-profile domains have sold at better prices? Well, yep, $30 million for Voice.com and $17 million for 360.com. Well, there you have it today. These were the top 10 most valuable items in the world. Which one would you like to have most of all and why? Tell us in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like the video. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more amazing top 10s every week. We'll see you next time.